There's a lot of really important information in this video, so make sure you watch the whole thing, but if you don't want to, there are timestamps in the description down below. Hello everyone, my name is CarrieWalker, and if you saw by the thumbnail of this video, my theme for my yearly setup is fruit themed. Here it is right here in this binder, and as you can see, I am bullet journaling in a binder, not an actual bullet journal. So let me explain why. First of all, I'm actually digitally designing my bullet journal spreads this year. It's flipping all over. So I'm using an iPad instead of hand drawing it, just so that things can be cleaner and more high quality for you guys. And if I'm designing them digitally, it just makes more sense for me to put the spreads in a binder so that I don't have to draw it on the iPad and then also hand draw it in my own bullet journal, so that I'm not doing it twice. It saves a little bit of time for me. However, I'm not getting rid of my actual bullet journal. I'm hoping to just do miscellaneous spreads in there, just do a bunch of fun different things, try some stuff out, experiment, you know the deal. What I also really like about the binder is that I can showcase my actual spreads, like the products that I have on my Etsy shop, so that I can really show you guys the spreads and products in action, so you can see just how easy it is to use them. You don't need to have a whole bunch of fancy materials for it. You just need a binder and some paper. So let's go ahead and show you guys the spreads. Here are the 2022 bullet journal setup spreads. Again, the theme is fruit. Really quick, I did just want to point out that I printed this on printer paper, just the regular standard printer paper. So the paper isn't super thick. However, I'm going to be looking into printing it onto thicker paper so that when I fill it out, it won't bleed through or anything. There are different printing services at places like Staples that I'm probably going to look into. But for now, I just have it on printer paper. You don't need to have thicker paper or anything, but that's just an option that I wanted to let you guys know of. Next, we have the fruits of the spirit. So these are basically the words that I just want to try to embody throughout the year. I think they are some really wonderful words to live by, and that is what inspired the fruit theme. And if you saw the video where I set up my 21st journal, then these words might look familiar. As you can see, it is the cover of my journal. I just tried to write it out in the same font, but I kept it in all black. Moving on, we have the year at a glance. This is just a way where you can see all of the calendars throughout the months all on one page. You can highlight any important days that you want to see, or just use it as a reference. Then we have the important dates. So this is kind of a two-pager. You can see that the months cross over the pages, which is why printing it double-sided is really helpful. Here again, you can highlight any important dates like birthdays or big events that you have. You can also write them out below so you can have a list of each one. You can also track anything else you'd like in here, but I'm probably just going to be writing out birthdays and important dates. This is another two-pager. We have month covers. So throughout the year, you can do a mini cover of each month's theme. So for example, my theme for last year in March was tech themed. So you would just draw kind of a mini cover page here. So then at the end of the year, you can see them all on one page. We have the income tracker. I'm going to be using this just to track my different streams of income. This is what mine looks like. So you can kind of draw some straight lines down throughout if you wanted to divide it into the multiple streams of income you have, or you could just keep it as one stream of income. You can see the totals for each month that you have, and then if you're like me with different streams of income, you could see how much you've made specifically off of, for example, YouTube. And then at the end of the year, you can get your total. Then we have the growth tracker. So I'm using this specifically to track my business. So this is what mine looks like. It looks pretty confusing, but this is just an example of how you could spread it out if you wanted to. So since my business is through social media, I'm going to be tracking my YouTube growth, my TikTok growth, and my Insta growth throughout the year, just to see how much I can grow my platform. So I have the number of posts that I do on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, how many followers I've gained, and then my total followers by the end of the month. However, you don't need to use this growth tracker for that. You can use it for business things if you would like, but you could also use it for personal growth, things with your mental health, your fitness, really anything you want. So I love that this page is very easily able to be customized to you. And then lastly, we have this pixel and goals page. You guys have probably seen something similar to this before. Basically what you do with this is you color code the 5 stars, and then you get to rate each day based off of how many stars you give it. So if, let's say, it's pink for 1 star, orange for 2 stars, yellow for 3 stars, green for 4 stars, and blue for 5 stars, and you have a 2-star day, you would color in January 1st as orange, and then you basically will get to see by the end of the year how your year plays out, if it's overall good or bad, if maybe the beginning of the months tend to be better for you, or if the winter months are worse for you. And then you also can write your goals. So there are 3 separate boxes so that you can do different categories. So for example, you could do personal goals, business or work goals, self-care goals. Those are probably the 3 that I'm going to be doing, but you could choose whatever you'd like. And then I also also have non-colored versions here, as you can see, that you can use as well if you don't want it to come colored already. So you can use the colors that I have, or you could just basically use this as a coloring book. You could choose your different fruit colors if you want different shades, or just like it to match the colors that you end up using. Honestly, I might end up doing this once I get thicker paper. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what the blank spreads look like. So these are already all up on my Etsy shop. Make sure to go check them out. But don't leave just yet, because we do still have some important things to cover. And I'm also going to be sharing some helpful info that you might want to know. Okay, so I did have a big announcement regarding the theme. So the theme for the setup is fruit, and I actually decided that for the entire year, every single month is going to be a different fruit theme. So it's basically just going to be a year of fruit, a year of juicy goodness. So I thought it's really fun that the setup is just like a whole fruit salad, and then every single month will be its own dedicated fruit. I'll probably like intertwine some fun things in there. So like if I do watermelon in a summer month, then it might have some like summery vibes to it as well, not just watermelon, but we're gonna play that by ear. Overall, the overarching theme of every month is going to be an individual fruit. That being said, comment down below your guesses on which fruit you think I'm going to do for January. I'm hoping to have them out by this coming Wednesday. I'll post updates on my Instagram if that's not the case, but keep your eyes out for Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, and then I did also have some really important information that I thought I would share with you guys just to make things a bit easier. So if you do end up getting these spreads off of my Etsy shop, the link is in the description. I highly recommend printing them double-sided. So as you can see, there are these blank spaces on the sides of the spreads, and it basically just alternates like every page. And so when you see the PDF, it'll like alternate the side of like blank space on the left, blank space on the right. Basically all that's doing is that when you hole punch it, you aren't punching through like the actual words, the actual spread. You're instead punching through this blank space. So they're set up to be double-sided, which is mainly for like spreads like this, where they're like a two-parter. They're on both sides. Same with the monthly covers. I mentioned this earlier, but I printed mine on printer paper. You can totally do that if you want. I am going to be looking into printing it on thicker paper so that there's less bleed through. And if you use like a printing service at like a store somewhere, then you don't have to use up your home printer ink, which I know my family would not be too happy about if I stole all the printer ink for this. We're already low on printer ink anyway. You can already see that like some of the things didn't print out perfectly. I'm also going to be looking into getting like 12 tabs to put in the binder. So ideally ones that have like the months of the year so that I can separate everything. And then it would be really easy to navigate each month throughout the year. Just flip to whichever one that I want. And then I did just want to say that there's probably going to be a slight price increase on the spreads this year, because since I'm designing them digitally, they're going to be higher quality, but also I'm going to be adding more monthly spreads, probably a finance tracker, highlight of the day, and I'm going to try to do the weeks of the month as well so that you can use it as a planner if you'd like. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. Nothing crazy though. But yeah, it's super easy. It's literally just paper and a binder, and you can customize it however you'd like. You can use the colored version, or we also have the non-colored version in the back. So cute. So if you don't like the bright colors with the printed version, then you can customize it to your liking, or you can also just like use colors that match like what you end up using to fill it out, just so it like matches and everything. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled for January. Again, I'm gonna try to have it out by this Wednesday. If you're interested in getting these spreads, they're up on my Etsy shop. I hope you guys are having some very happy holidays and a happy new year coming up. Thank you so much to those of you who have supported me in my business. It is really, truly so appreciated. I can't even describe how thankful I am for each and every one of your support. I'm really, really grateful. But anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.